I wake up in the morning, I go to sleep at night. But a day without snack time, that just isn't right. Oh, oh, snack time. Oh, oh.
Okay, so today we're going to be making cream puffs. I have my oven preheating to 420 degrees. And what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to take my water and I'm going to take my butter, which I have cubed up into small pieces, and I'm going to bring this to a full rolling boil. So as you can see, we have lots of bubbles starting to form here, so we're almost to our rolling boil. And we're going to take our flour and salt. We're just going to dump it in. We're going to take it off the heat. We don't want this to cook a whole ton. And I'm stirring this together. Okay, now that I have this all fully incorporated, I'm going to bring this back over to the heat, except I'm going to have it on medium now. So I'm going to turn down my stove to about medium. And we're just going to cook it for a little bit. We have it coming off the sides and we've let it cook for a little bit. Got this nice little kind of ball action going there, see? We got nice clean sides. So we're going to take it over to our blender now, and we're going to mix it with the paddle attachment for a minute and a half, 2 minutes. What we're looking to do though is just to get it to cool down. We're not doing anything with it, just to cool it down. So we have our pot of choux dough, or our cream puff dough, here in the blender, and it's just on low speed. Remember, we're just doing this to cool it down. At this point, you want to make sure that you get your eggs ready to go. Get them all beaten, because after this point, it's going to happen really fast. Also, while this is cooling down in that minute and a half or two, get your cookie sheet and either your parchment paper or your silicone mat ready to go as well. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to slowly be adding the eggs. Because we have 3 egg yolks and 2 egg whites in this, we're going to maybe take about a quarter of it at a time and add it in and make sure that it gets fully incorporated into our dough before we add the next addition to it. We want to make sure that we work quickly, and the reason that we have this on low as well is because we don't want to get too much gluten from the flour to develop and get our cream puffs to be really tough. Also, we want this to stay warm because the dough will rise better if the dough stays warm as it goes into the oven, as opposed to getting cold on the cookie sheet and in here before it goes in the oven. Also, it's going to look like this doesn't want to come together. You can kind of see that they're just kind of sloshing around, not coming together as well. Give it a little bit of time, and as you can see, it's starting to come together nicely. A pastry bag here with a 1/2 inch round tip in the end. You could also use like an ice cream scoop that has the little squeeze lever. Make sure that's about 2 tablespoons capacity if you want to have the large cream puffs. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pipe some dots here. And I'm going to pipe 3 across here, because this cream puff batter makes about 2 dozen cream puffs. So what I'm going to plan on doing is I'm going to make 12 on this one, and then 12 on the second cookie sheet. Now something to remember as well, we've got these little peaks on some of these here. You can take a little bit of water and make sure that your finger is sufficiently wet, and you can kind of just tap them down, because we don't want them to cook unevenly and then burn, because this could burn very easily. We have our cream puffs all patted down so they have nice smooth tops. We're going to put them in the oven at, remember, our temperature is 420 degrees while our dough is still warm, and we're going to only do it for about 10 minutes. And you do not, I repeat, do not want to open the oven at all for this first 10 minutes, because it's very crucial for the steam to build up to help them puff up. After 10 minutes, what we're going to do is we're going to actually bump down the temperature to 375 degrees. At that point, then you're going to want to be starting to watch your oven around 15-20 minutes because each oven is just a little bit different. On my oven, it's been about 15 minutes for a total of 25 minutes with both degrees. And when we take a look at these cream puffs, look at that, we've got this nice golden brown. We're going to take them out of the oven here. And what we want to do is we want to get them off onto a cooling rack. These have been cooling for a little bit. What we're going to do is we're going to just gently slice them open. And then see all of these nice, really big pockets. What you could do is you could just fill this with cream, like whipped cream or pudding or something, and you probably wouldn't have to remove any of this extra little dough because it'll be able to go into all those little spaces. If you want to fill it with something like ice cream, or you could go the more savory route and you could do something like chicken or egg salad or something like that, what I'd recommend is just take out this little bits of dough, because then you just give yourself an even bigger pocket to be able to do that. And just like a normal scoop of ice cream right in the middle there makes a really awesome ice cream sandwich.